BYU fans, I cannot thank you enough. Truly, every time I walk away from Provo, Utah, and every time I've been twice, I said like I do it all the time, I have just been floored. The reception, the hospitality is great. But this last time I went, this weekend that I went, I was emotional coming back to my hotel room, emotional leaving Provo, Utah. The reception, getting boots on the ground in a Big 12 game, being there, and it felt like the red carpet was rolled out for myself and Roger Sherman, who is a legend in media. And to get to join the guys on BYU Sports Nation game day, to have the blue crew behind me. This is a wild story. I met guys like Parker. I met Caleb. I met Cal. I met so many people. I mean, Luke, I could keep going for at least 10 minutes over the different people that I met and got to take pictures with and say hello to. I've never been received like that by a place. I've never been felt that way by people, whether it was the soccer game on Thursday that was sold out and packed, the football game that was sold out on Friday and packed. Just the kindness that was displayed is special. If you haven't been to a game at BYU, bucket list. Bucket list. Here's a great example. A couple of them. One, kid shows up at the game with a big sign that says, "I love Drake." Angel, if you're listening, wow. I was blown away at that. My mom was blown away. She couldn't believe it. My whole family couldn't. I'm just a kid from Vilonia, Arkansas. That was special. The opportunity to do a cougar tail eating contest. A couple of girls in the student section grabbed me like, "You're in our team." I don't know what it meant. We ate cougar tails together. I mean, just to be at that stage with, I'm 22 years old. 1 million households watching BYU Sports Nation, sitting on that stage with those guys talking about the Big 12 with the blue crew behind me. Feeling like because of BYU, what I do is seen. And then maybe the coolest part, I'm standing in the student section, is after I've gone on game day and kind of given my spiel about how BYU's ready. And I do believe that, BYU's ready to attack in the Power Five. And I see the students are passing this thing along. And it gets to me, and this girl to my left goes, "I think this is for you." She hands me, and it's a little bottle of Visine. You'll remember on last Friday's show, if you're an everyday listener, my eyes were bloodshot, terribly red in Provo, Utah. And I promised viewers I was not high or drunk. It's Provo. Couldn't have been if I wanted to be. I was simply dealing with the dry air in Provo and the terribly dry air in my hotel room. Somebody, a listener out there, Amber, heard that and said, "You know what? On the way to the game, not knowing if she would find me or even see me, she stopped at the gas station, picked up Visine, and brought it to me. She found me. And I was looking around to see where the Visine came from, and I looked over, and there was this lady. It was Amber, and she mouthed, "Welcome to Provo." I was floored at that. The attention to detail from random, kind BYU fans. And I say random to try to put in effect the idea that for these people who did it, they don't know me, these people are just doing this kind stuff out of, I don't know, what do you call that? It's a commitment to faith. Certainly it's the root of this, but the idea that this show has become such a place where it feels like between myself and you, the listeners, there is a almost a family-like sense. That's what I got going to BYU. I mean, like the hugs that I was at, the handshakes, the dap-ups that I was able to give out. And to say they're random people is to loosely say, "Hey, look, we've never met before. Never met. On paper, this is a random happenstance that we are coming together and meeting for the first time, but it felt so natural. So awesome to get to see these BYU fans, meet these BYU fans who listen every day. And then the game, there's not an atmosphere like that in the Big 12. The place is rocking. It's so intimidating. The fire dancers jawing at the opposing team. It's just special, man. Everything that I got was special. And to have that kind of relationship with those who listen to this show, I just want you to know, I'm 22 years old, it's kind of weird. I was watching that Monty show thing the other day. And when they were like, Locked On Big 12 is not a reputable source. They're not credible at all. I just thought, wow. Above all else, this is cool. Like I should probably be really upset these guys are just thrashing me right now. Just absolutely crapping all over this show. But to be 22 and in this chair and talking to you every day, that's awesome, despite how upset the Monty show was. And to know that I get to have a conversation with you, though one-sided, each and every day is such a blessing for me. And as someone who is a guy of faith, I don't want to say man, I'm 22, a guy of faith, that I think it goes a long way. This is my vocation. And that is proven every single day. Blown away. Thank you. Truly. To Hema, to Aubrey, to that entire staff, to Jeremy and Spencer, to everybody at BYU. Wow. It's special. You have something very special there. I hope you know that. This has been, it always will be. Come back tomorrow. We're going to talk more Big 12, I think. Locked on. Thank you for making it your first listen every single day. Doce Grande.